I don't care what your color of your skin is or what country you came from, because you could have been any which whatever, and you could have been in some sort of slavery in any country that still does any of that kind of stuff or had done it. But if it's not you, if it's generationally before you, what is your excuse now? Stop leaning on that, stop owning it, stop living it. Yeah, maybe people still don't treat you exactly right. Look, I get treated all kinds of which ways, being Jewish, being whatever. Who cares? So you're gonna get treated, the more successful you are, you're just gonna be picked on for that. But stop using that past as a justification for groaning and all this other stuff. Move forward, grow. There are generations being told that we just need to sit here and whine because 2 generations, 3 generations ago, we were slaves. And that could have been in a different country. I'm not just talking about America, whatever. And that is horrible that that's still in our not that distant past. But it's not happening now. Oh, yes, it is. It's still, listen, it's happening to people of every possible race and color, depending on what neighborhood you're in, where you could be in the same kind of conditions no matter what color your skin is, okay? It is what it is. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make excuses and this other thing, or are you gonna own your life? Because I can point to people of every color, gender, age, that have overcome stuff. So why not you? Why not you? Because you're not there. I know, let's just take poverty. Poverty is enslaving. Forget about the fact that we did have blacks enslaved and other things here in this country. Let's just deal with something like poverty. I don't care what you were raised with. I know people that were raised in poverty that came out of it, and other people that stayed in it because they never got the mindset, because they had shortness of spirit in that area that they could actually elevate out of it. That has nothing to do with what color your skin was, because that generationally could be anything. Okay, it could be anything. It could be just your group of people that you grew up with happen to be in an impoverished part of the world, or the wrong side of the tracks in your town, where the poorer people, whatever color they looked like, lived, and it could have been anything. And did you choose to sit and wallow in that, or did you choose that I can actually elevate out of that? See, this world is that. The whole world is that. And we're looking to elevate out of that whole world. The whole world is dead in trespasses. The whole world is futility of mind. The whole world is impoverished inside. We understand that? We agree? Okay, and are you gonna be the one that's gonna grow out of that, elevate out of that, be that other person? You know, that person that says, look at me, I did it. It can be done. Look at me, I did it, it could be done. Because look, my wife was the first one in the family that went to college. Nobody in her family had gone to college before that. They immigrated here from Eastern Europe, and you know what, they weren't all that thrilled that she was gonna go to college either. But she was the first one, because she saw something more that she wanted, that she could go for. But she could have stayed in no, we come from Eastern Europe and we just immigrated here and we just get these kind of jobs and we do these kind of things and that's what we do. So that would have been, again, it's a mindset, not a skin color. It's a mindset, not anything like that, a cultural thing. It's what are you gonna do? Your choices, your end results, your destination, that's the word I'm looking for. It's where you're gonna end up, okay? Make your choices. Because wherever you are now, you could be somewhere else in 5 years or less. Or 10 years. If you aim at someplace else, in whatever area you're talking about, your relationships could be better, your health could be better, your money could be better, your spiritual life could be better, your mental health, your emotional, all these things could be better. It's harder though when your peer group is in this lower level place, emotionally, financially, health-wise, whatever. They behave a certain way, and you now want to be different than them. You know, you grew up in a town where everybody just went and worked in the factories or worked in the mines or worked in whatever. And you're like, no, I think I want to elevate out of that and do something completely different. They're like, nobody here does that. Well, but I am. I want something different. I want a different destination. And again, doesn't have to do with the color of the skin or anything. It has to do with culture. That culture, we do this. Well, why do we do this? Why can't we do something else? Why are we stuck here? You could stay there. I'm not. Some of you have that same problem with, moving maybe even to Tennessee, because you're like, people where you are don't want you to leave. But are they going where you want to go? Are they doing what you want to do? Is it the culture you want to be in? As far as this is the culture I'm talking about, not the whole Cleveland, Tennessee culture, but just us. There should be a mindset and an understanding. This is a group of people trying to grow, trying to go up. If that's you, we'd love to have you here. We need more people all pushing and striving up in all their areas. Because then we kind of iron sharpening iron and kind of encourage each other up, okay? And we don't care where you were before you got here. We don't care what you look like. We don't care where you came from originally. Are you going up? That's all we care about. You want to go up? I'm going up. Let's cheer each other on. Let's go up. Okay? Amen? Amen. All right. Because otherwise we come into victim mentality. And that's the word I was looking for before. Victim mentality. Don't be a victim. And a victim, by the way, is not unique to any race or culture. They all have their moments where they can play victim. Let's not do that. You choose to elevate out of that. Yeah, stuff happened. Okay. And it was bad, and it was hard, and it put us back a few paces. So that just means I got to try a little harder to catch up. But I can get there. Some of you have to do this. Forget about all that other stuff. You're 55, and you're thinking, I'm not where I need to be financially for 65. I better catch up. Catch up is hard to do, but you can do it. You might be playing catch up because you're the only one in your family. My family was get a degree in college, get a job, get the 40-year gold watch, and that's it. There was no go work for yourself and try to be. That was smacked down by everybody. You want to work for yourself? No. You want to risk doing stuff that might go bad and put all this money into it? No. So culture that I was in was go to school. Mother was a 5th grade teacher, right? Get a degree. You go get the 40-year job. And that I watched it. It's miserable. For me, I thought watching people doing that was miserable. Some of you are doing that right now. You know it's miserable. I wanted to try something that wasn't so miserable. I didn't say it wasn't going to be miserable at moments. Working for yourself and doing other stuff is miserable at moments. Lots of moments. Because it doesn't always go very well. But at least it was mine.